Big Island real estate market data is out for May. We're going to take a look coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Onaka here with the Buy Big Island video blog market update for May 2020. And before we get started, the breaking news today was that the governor has extended the 14-day quarantine for out-of-state visitors through July 31st. And so the effects on the market that we've been seeing the last couple of months due to visitors not coming is going to continue for at least another month through July. And they are going to lift the inner island quarantine for inner island travel on June 16th. So that'll help a little bit, but in general, not good news for the Hawaii economy, not just the real estate market, but all the way around for all of the folks that work in the service industry and all of the different industries that serve the visitor market. So that's the update. If you don't plan on coming for at least another 6 weeks or so, until this quarantine gets lifted, because if you do come, you cannot leave your place of residence for 14 days. So that is the update in terms of the quarantine, and we'll get into the market numbers and take a look at what may look like, and it definitely got worse in April. So looking across the board here, you can see that there's a lot of red. Lot of red numbers, a lot of down numbers, and starting with the homes market, and this is the Kona Westside data. 26 homes sold in Kona, which is down 57%. So almost 60% less homes sold in the Kona market in May of this year versus May of last year. The dollar volume obviously followed that, down by 51%. Interestingly enough, the median price did go up to $735. So that was up 17%. So the homes that did sell were in a little higher price point. And so we're not seeing the big drop off in prices that some people are maybe waiting for or expecting. There's definitely a big drop off in the number of homes selling, but not a big drop off in prices. And then the average days on market was 81, which is up 13%. That's pretty normal in terms of days on market, fluctuates right around that number month to month. And then the final list of sold price was only down 2%. So pretty normal in the normal fluctuation of the final list of sold price. So again, that's another indicator that sellers aren't necessarily taking huge concessions based on what's going on. They're getting a higher median price and pretty much getting the list, the sold price in the same percentage to list price as they were getting a year ago. And then in the condo market, huge drop off, 67% drop off in the number of units. Only 14 condos sold in the Kona market. And I don't even know how far back you got to go and look for data that is that bad in the condo market, but that's pretty bad in terms of the number of condos that sold. Dollar volume obviously followed that way down. The median price did go down 11% versus last year in the condo market. The average days on market down 5%, about the same as it was, not a big fluctuation there. And same thing with final list of sold price at 94%. Not a big change in terms of the final list of sold price in the condo market. The land market was way down, but again, we don't focus too much on the land market in Kona. We look at it as a island in general because of the odd fluctuations in the type of land that sells in the Kona market. So we'll get on to the Big Island market. So looking across the island, pretty similar numbers as the Kona market. The current units for homes was down 44%, so not as big as the Kona, down a reduction in number of units sold, but still down a lot. And dollar volume obviously followed that down. And the median price was down 10% across the island to 370. So there was a little bit of a price drop if you go island wide in terms of median price. And then average days on market up 2%. So not a big change there, nothing significant. And then final list of sold price, again, up 1%. So not a big change there from a year ago either. The condo market, same thing, huge drop off, 63% reduction in the number of condos. The whole entire island only had 29 condos sell. And that Kona usually outdoes that many condos a month. So that's a big reduction. Dollar volume followed that down exactly by 63%. Median price was down 15% to 319. Average days on market was down 23%. So interestingly enough, the things that did sell sold 23% faster than they did a year ago. And then the final list of sold price exactly the same as it was a year ago at 94%. The land market again also followed the rest of the different markets down by 35% to only 105 units selling in the month of May. The dollar volume followed that down 61%. The median price was down 12%, and the average days on market was up 16%. So pretty normal in the normal fluctuation of average days on market. And then the final list of sold price was down 5% to 85%, but that's kind of where it normally is, 85 to 90%. So we're definitely seeing the effects of the COVID lockdown and the quarantine restrictions across the board in the market. The big takeaway here is that although there's a lot less units selling, the prices are not necessarily falling off. And we're seeing that just in general, people making low offers and sellers not necessarily taking them. I think what we're seeing right now in the market is that sellers are staying optimistic that the market will bounce back quickly and they just got to ride out the storm. And buyers are jumping the gun a little bit and seeing if they can get a really good deal right now based on seller uncertainty. So I think there's a little bit of disconnect that those two mindsets haven't met up yet and are not there. We'll see how much longer that lasts, but we're definitely seeing. I'm seeing sellers trying to take shots at lower offers, and or buyers trying to take shots at lower offers, and sellers not taking them. And so we'll see if that continues. But interesting times here in the Big Island market. And again, if you have any questions about a specific area on the island that we don't cover here, just let me know and we can pull those numbers for you. And as always, I always appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next month with the market update. Aloha.